Hey YouTube fam, it's Shakai11 and I'm back with a requested video on how I stop my hair from shedding. I do shed a lot, especially during this time of year. So I'll be showing you one of the ways. This is part one that I stop my shedding, and this is an inexpensive way. I also have another inexpensive way as well as a little more pricey way. Alright, so here we go. What you'll need is a deep conditioner of your choice. I'll be using the Giovanni 50/50 Balanced Hydrating Calming Conditioner, and this is a cone-free conditioner. I'll be using coconut oil or an oil of your choice. This is all I have right now, so that's what I will be using. Some type of clips to separate your hair. 2 mixing bowls, whether they're dye bowls or mixing bowls, whatever you use to mix your conditioners up, it's fine. Spray bottle, and this is a little more of a neat way to do your tea rinses, and this is 2 tea bags that I brewed overnight of Lipton regular black tea. You need the caffeine. The caffeine is what stimulates growth and it stops the shedding. So make sure whatever tea you use, be it green, whatever, it is caffeinated tea. I have half a cup of black tea left over. A cheapy conditioner I'll be using because I'm trying to get rid of this. I usually buy the tropical coconut from Suave, but this is White Rain. It was like 60 cents, so yeah. Gonna get rid of that. Leave-in conditioner, herbal essences, Neutrogena Triple Moisture Therapy. I'll be using both. Jane Carter's Nourish and Shine, or some type of sealant. You can use an oil if you choose not to use that. And this is just for styling purposes after. So if you're going to straighten your hair, you won't necessarily need the things that I'm showing you. I'm going to be doing a braid out or a low manipulation style, so that's why I have all this. And organic, plantation organic black strap molasses, or you can use honey. I typically use honey. Right now I am out, so I'll be using black strap molasses. Honey is better for lighter colored hair. Black strap molasses is usually better for darker hair. So this is what I'll be using. So stay tuned. Okay, so I'm back. I have my hair separated in 2. I've already sprayed this side, and now I'm going to work on this side. And I have my green tea, or my black tea, pardon me, green tea, black tea, whatever you have, as long as it's caffeinated. I'm just going to spray my edges. I'm going to work around behind my ears and my nape. And then I'm going to start separating my hair as if I were greasing my scalp or doing a conditioning treatment. That's what I do when I'm several weeks post-relaxer, or just to make sure I get it into my roots. That's the main purpose of me putting it in a spray bottle, is you need to focus on your scalp. That is where the shedding starts. Caffeine has been known to stimulate growth. Some people do coffee rinses. You can do coffee or black tea. Green tea is caffeinated tea. Tea is a more inexpensive way. Coffee's very expensive, so I wouldn't use my coffee. Okay, just making sure that it's in my scalp. Lightly massaging it in. And you can let this air dry and sit in overnight if you'd like. I wouldn't, because when I did it, my hair was extremely hard. It affects people's hair differently, so you can test it out if you'd like. That's up to you. And you can do this as often as once a week, depending on how severe your hair is shedding, or twice a month. I'm doing it on freshly washed hair. because I will be cold washing after. I just didn't want any cones in my hair. I just recently flat ironed. My head was full of heat protecting cones from the glossers I use. So whenever you're deep conditioning, if you have put cones in your hair, you do need to use a sulfate shampoo. You need to strip the cones out. Your hair is full of cones. It'll block the moisture, and it'll prevent the conditioner from doing its purpose. The best thing to do is to do like a hot oil treatment or some type of pre-poo to counteract the cones. To counteract the sulfate. Oh my goodness. So if you do a hot oil treatment or an overnight oil treatment on your hair, the sulfates in the shampoo are less drying on your hair. Alright. My scalp is thoroughly sprayed, saturated fully. I'm just massaging it in. I'm just going to pin my hair up, back into a bun. And at this point, you can put a plastic cap over your head if you like. For the purpose of this video, I'm not going to do that now, but you can put a plastic cap over. And I will let it sit for a while. Now what I'm going to do, if I can get this down, I'm going to take my conditioner, my cheapy conditioner, and I'm going to put it in a mixing bowl. And I'll let you see in a minute what I'm doing here. Okay, so that's my conditioner right there. I'm going to take some of my tea, pour it in with the conditioner, and I'm just going to mix it up. And I'll be applying this to the length of my hair. So I'll paint it on just like you do the conditioner, or like you do a relaxer basically. Like you do a virgin relaxer. So what you'll be doing is paint it in, separating, like you do a virgin relaxer, because you'll be coating everything from root to tip. You wouldn't do that on a touch-up. You'd only do it on a virgin relaxer. And then I'm going to cover my head and let it sit for about an hour. Then I'm going to rinse it out. And follow up with my deep conditioning treatment. Alright, so I'm just going to start on this side. I'll do one half, and like I said, I'll leave it on for an hour, and then I will rinse it out. Take it, just get to the back. You know what, let me work at the front, from the front, so you can see it better. Alright. Put this out the way. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to start applying it to my edges. And that's right on top of the tea that you sprayed in your scalp. I find that doing it this way doesn't make my hair as hard as if I just put the tea on, rinse, then co-wash, because it is getting some moisture from the conditioner. Make sure your hair is thoroughly saturated. Okay. Just going on the side. Sorry, I hope you can see me. We're going to separate another section. And this is I can't use this to separate. This has the hook on the end, so it is used if you're going to do highlights or pull the hair out of the highlight cap. And I don't want to snag my hair, so separate with my fingers, making sure I get the roots well. I'm going to pour a little more tea. Just make sure it's thick. The conditioner is kind of thick. So if you need to add more tea, more conditioner, more tea, more conditioner, just do so. This will probably be enough for one side, and then I'll probably have to mix it again. So, yeah. Okay. I've done 1/4 of my head, and I'm just going to go right back through and add it to the length of the hair, as you can see. Take the next section, add it to the length. Make sure you get your ends as well. Okay. So I'm going to go through, finish all my hair. After I finish all 4 sections, I'm going to just spray this over again. To saturate it a little more, put on a plastic cap, chill for an hour, rinse it out, and do my deep conditioning mix. So at this point, I'm going to stop and show you what my deep conditioning mix consists of. That's the Giovanni 50/50 Balancing Hydrating Calming Conditioner. And I'm going to use the other mixing bowl for that. Here, now fill. Alright. The molasses blackstrap, I'm going to use about a capful or a teaspoon. And if I remember in detail, I'll put in the information box what the benefits of blackstrap molasses. What are the benefits of blackstrap molasses for the hair? It is a natural humectant, draws moisture from the air to your hair. I know it's rich in potassium. There's a couple of other things. I'm sorry. I've been using it for so long, I don't even remember. So I have that. I have my molasses in here, conditioner. Now I'm going to put about a teaspoon as well of coconut oil. I would say a teaspoon and a half. that. I'm just going to get a little more conditioner. And I'm just going to mix this up. So that's the conditioner, Giovanni or any moisturizing conditioner of your choice. That is a teaspoon of blackstrap molasses, a teaspoon and a half to 2 teaspoons of coconut oil or oil of your choice. Now remember, it doesn't have to be exact. You can use honey if you have honey, which I prefer. Molasses is excellent as well, but I prefer honey because my hair is brown. When my hair is black, I usually use the molasses. And it kind of looks like a cake batter. It'll be thick and nice. Alright, so this is what I'll use after I co-wash my hair thoroughly, rinse out all of the tea and the White Rain Tropical Coconut Conditioner out. I'll rinse it thoroughly. I'll rinse it with very warm water, and I'll rinse it with cool water, and then I'll put this in, and I'll put a plastic cap on, and I'll probably sit for like 10 minutes under the dryer, and then I'll rinse. Alright, so I've rinsed out my deep conditioner thoroughly, and I decided to do a braid out. This type of braid out that I do, and it gives you the tighter wave. I want big afro mock natural type hair. So what I did was I have one braid here. I have 2 braids going down the back. And I have 1 braid coming across the middle of my head. And what that braid in the middle of my head is going to do is give me height. It's going to give me a lot of volume. So it's basically 5 braids, 1 on each side in the front, 2 on each side in the back, and then the middle braid that's dividing them. If you take that out, that'll give you that height. I will come back to show you the finished look. It'll probably be up in a few days. Tomorrow is Halloween, and I'll be in costume, so I will be wearing a wig. My hair will be braided for like tomorrow, so probably Thursday I'll come back with the braid out results. Alright, so this is what I decided to use. The cone-free Trader Joe's Nurse Spa Conditioner Moisture Balance, pH balance. And I let my hair air dry. It's completely dry, so I'm just going to lightly wet it. And this is just plain water. And I want it damp, but not soaking wet. And it's already detangled, it's already dry. Just distributing the water a little better. I just want to say to all my East Coast viewers, I hope everybody's okay, and Sandy did not hit you too hard. I'm from New York. We were hit pretty hard. I can give thanks that I do have power. Nobody's been hurt in my immediate family or friends. And just, you know, even if there was some damage, material things can be replaced, lives can't. So I think often we take for granted our life. We're just worried about, oh, my car is flooded, oh, this, that, the third. I understand you're in a traumatizing situation, but there were fatalities. People lost their lives. And I can just give thanks to the Father that I'm alive. My family's okay. So, yeah. I am praying for everyone else out there who was affected, and at the same time I'm giving thanks that I was not. I mean, the area is pretty bad. There were some trees that dropped and power outages, but pretty much I'm not flooded out, so giving thanks. So I just moisturized it with water. Of course, water is a natural moisturizer. I added my Trader Joe's Nourish Spa. I'm going to seal it in with the Jane Carter's Nourish and Shine. So I'm just putting a little more of the Trader Joe's on my edges. I think I neglected to get my edges. Alright. Now I'm just going to seal in with the Jane Carter. Making sure I seal in my edges. I'm going to comb through thoroughly. It looks like I'm rough, but I'm just basically picking it out from the bottom up to the top. A little extra on my ends. Just put a little more water on it now, and a little more nourish to the end. And my edges, I'm going to use aloe vera gel just to flick out my edges. I haven't had a relaxer in quite a while. You can use regular gel. You can use a pudding, whatever your preference is. And this braid out can be done on natural or relaxed hair. So I just put the aloe vera gel and I'm just lightly brushing my edges with a toothbrush, and I'm going to start braiding it down. And I try to grab it so it's tight, but at the same time not snapping my hair because your hair is damp and it's fragile. So I'm just trying to show you. I'm grabbing from the root and detangle. If you get knots at the end, just lightly detangle them as you go down. If you need to stop and use a comb to detangle, you can do that as well. Perfect. See, you can get stuck sometimes. Alright. And at this point I have a lump, so, or not. I'm just going to lightly pick that out and continue to braid. And tomorrow, while it's braided up, under my wig for my costume, I might come back and post pictures of me and my family in our costumes. We're not going out. My church was having something, but my church is in another town. There's no electricity in that entire town, which is about 15 minutes away from me, so we're going to stay in. I'm going to probably bake Halloween cookies, carve the pumpkin, you know, just so. I have young boys, so they like to go to the Hallelujah party every year. So, yeah. Alright, braiding down to the end. Once I get down to my ends, I will grab whatever my sealant is, a little more, and just put it on my ends. Also, when I'm taking my braid out, I will grab either coconut, olive, or a little bit of the nourishing shine and just run it down the braid before I take it out. Gives it a nice sheen. Softens up the hair before you take it out. And it also moisturizes the hair. It's harder to moisturize it once it is out, once you take the braids out. You can also use oil sheen. I know some people are opposed to oil sheen. I use a natural oil sheen. Well, it's not really an oil sheen. I know Optimum does make a petroleum mineral oil free. I haven't checked out the ingredients. I go to the health food store. I get a natural olive oil cooking spray. The ingredients on the label should just say olive oil. And I use my oil sheen. I have one for the house and one for my hair that I keep in my room. And I use that. So doesn't get any more pure than that. Alright, so I'm just going to seal my end, and I've connected the two braids because for some reason I can't find my curler. So I'm using this bendy roller on the end, and I'm just going to wrap it up, pull down as I'm rolling up. Wrap it around and twist it across each other. So here we go. I have 1, 2, 3 curlers, and I had a pack. I don't know where they are. And that's the finished look. 2 braids on the side, 1 braid across the middle, 2 braids in the back, and I'll be back to you guys with the results. Thanks for watching. Be blessed. Bye.